You don't want no problems, you just talk like you do. Let me show you that you don't want no problems.
What's up, y'all? Okay, I see you, baby. Okay, let's just get started. I don't do much talking. We do a lot of dragging in this season. I mean, I'm gonna just keep the same energy. What's up, my lovelies?
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, hey, hey.
Okay. Oh, not that. Hey, so hey, what happened? Like, oh, you eating? Dina, come on, recap, mama.
Okay. Um, they pick up where they was left off talking about these dates, and then oh no, I'm sorry. Let me run that back. They pick up with Dunbar. I'm sorry, and he's got this fear that Chance is gonna leave him because he struggles with his mental health and depression and anxiety. And then they go to have the group session, and Chance and Dunbar don't show up. So they move on forward, have the session, and they're going to go on dates with their exes. Now, Joya and Jasha's exes are unavailable to come on the show, but Ricky and Catherine's exes are. So Ricky and Catherine go out on dates with their exes. Joy and Jasha have a private conversation with Dr. Stacy, and then Dunbar and Chance was MIA. Then they popped back up to say that they was leaving. It was a bit of a heated discussion. Dr. Stacy was manipulative. They still left anyway. And then in the previews next week, we get a new couple.
Amen.
Well, all right. Yeah. Okay. First of all, let me start with I think I missed 5 minutes of this episode. The most important part. Oh yeah, I did. Oh yeah. I'm still at the whole hot mess co-parenting.com. All right. So you told us what I don't care. So before we get into the thing of the Dunbar and the thing of the two chairs sitting, I really want to get into the co-parenting situation with Ricky. Belleville DeVoe, hotmess.com. I can't. First of all, that girl is poison. I mean, that was just completely a hot mess. When she came to that door, I'm like, girl, you
like she owned it.
I don't understand it. What are we doing here? Are we doing Sister Wives now? Are we now officially doing Sister Wives?
Because I think so. Because she was the way she popped up out the car and walked up to the door like she was running things or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Now
she's been there multiple times to drop off her kid.
Period.
Right.
Period.
But I mean, here's the thing: if you can have a beautiful co-parenting relationship, I am all for it, and I don't think it's normalized. So, in some people's mind, for them to be that cool, you know what I'm saying? Something still has to be going on, and then you can take it also to the extreme. Like when me and my ex, we would be screaming and talking crazy on the phone. They'd be like, "Oh, y'all still got love." Like, no, this is how we communicate.
No, I want him to die. Listen, I got
right. He don't understand me being nice. You know what I'm saying? So some people, like outsiders looking in, or if you know, like she had those issues with the ex that came on the show, if that's what you used to, then when you see that same type of activity but nothing is going on, you can't help but still think something is going on because that's all you know.
Yes, you can't project your foolishness onto other people, though.
True.
That's definitely part of the problem. You can't project just because you used to let your baby daddy come and run all the way through you too, doesn't mean that everybody is doing the same thing.
Through you.
So you can't project what your experience was onto somebody else. Because everybody's not gonna do like you gonna do. So I didn't have a problem with the cat. What's her name? The ex-wife.
So I don't remember her name. Go ahead.
But I didn't have a problem with her. You know, so I learned that my son's father and I are better off being friends than being in a relationship. And that nigga's one of my oh Lord, I done said the N word, Jesus.
Jesus
Uh
Christ.
No, forget it. Don't let that. Forget how you feel. You
he's
express
one of
yourself.
my best friends now. He's under the impression that he's my soulmate. The Lord ain't never confirmed that in my spirit. But we good friends. Like I'm trying to find that nigga his forever wife so he can be happy. But but we cool. Like if I can't reach my son, even though he's almost 30, best believe because his I'm calling his hey, have you heard from our kid? Like what's going on? Tell our son to call his mama. So to this day, my son is 28. So it just depends. Sometimes, you make a mistake and you get into a relationship and then you realize but when you realize and are mature enough, and that is the key word sentence in all of this. When you are mature
Yeah.
enough
Mm-hmm.
to know that y'all are better off as friends, and if you have a child, to the best, always putting the best interest of your child at the forefront, and the best interest of your child, if you are not going to continue to stay in the same house with that person, then it's to be on a very good speaking terms and good relationship with that person, because you people are attached for the rest of your lives because you have that kid,
Yeah.
fortunately or sometimes unfortunately.
You know what? I'm with you all the way. I am. But when I watched this episode and just the way they are so, I don't know, I'm not gonna say bad they're close, but the way she spoke of it, she obviously has a problem with it. Maybe she saw something. I'm not gonna just blame it on jealousy or insecurity, which people most of the time they say. I said something must have happened to, in my opinion, for her to feel a way about her spending time with
No,
and
something ain't had to happen. She could
No,
just
she
tell it.
admitted it. She admitted nothing had happened. Now, she said that he stopped spending the night over there, but
Mhm,
when she went on the date with her ex,
mhm,
and I'm assuming that his ex brought a lot of drama, and so she was like, the things that I went through with you in our relationship, I carried that over into this relationship, which is
mhm.
again why I said if people aren't seeing healthy co-parenting on a normal basis, when they do see it, it looks like something is still going on, but these are really two people who have realized they don't belong together. They can be civil with each other, um for the sake of the kid, and maybe even good friends, which means a better relationship for the kid because they don't see their parents at odds with each other, and that they have remarried and
They,
moved on
they,
and done
they,
gone on with
they
their
can
life.
do that. They can do that. But I really want an interior designer to be sent to that house because that pink couch was not blessing my soul.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And the entire
Not Vod came in hot talking about the pink sofa.
Ooh, child.
Now, why
and
is you upset with the
where your
people's
cup at?
pink sofa,
Where your cup
Vod?
at?
What?
What?
I mean,
What in your cup?
listen,
Ooh, was not ready.
I wasn't. Period. I wasn't. But I don't remember no pink couch because I was looking at. I don't remember none of that.
I don't remember a pink couch either, but Ma said the pouch was hurting her spirit, man.
I mean, did
Okay.
I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna say this about the co-parenting situation. Like I said, I love it. Everything you said, because co-parenting is not an easy thing, and if you got a way, a magic way, because you said to make it work, then yes, make it work. But the if you think it's okay to spend night and all of that, and the woman can be cool with it, that's her business. She's cool with it. I just don't think I would be. That's what I'm saying. Confession, mod.
It's
What do y'all
not
think?
like he's spending the night and she's there.
I said confession, mod. But go ahead. Wait a minute, hold on. I thought. Oh wait, hold on. So she's not there.
No,
No,
that's the
she's
whole point.
working.
No.
She's at
Yeah.
work.
Yeah,
Why?
she's out
I'm
doing
confused.
errands
Then
and
why? Wait,
doing
I'm
stuff. That's
confused.
why
Then
he stays.
So now I'm really confused. Now, well, I will say this one thing I'm gonna say. Why don't the kids come stay with him and his girlfriend while his
Because I think she
work?
has other kids by somebody else. Because he only has one son, and they keep saying him watching the kids, like plural. So them other kids are not his, which is probably why he goes to their house. Because why would? Well, first of all, their house already full. Ain't no room left in the inn for nobody else to be coming over there anyway. So
That's
there's
so
that.
true. They got a full
But
house.
besides that, I'm thinking that those other children would not be welcome in his home. That's why they go over there. That's why he was going over there. Now they said since that stopped, so I don't know if she quit working overnight or if they've come or she's made enough money she can get third party daycare or something like that. But that's what happened.
Yeah.
But my thing is the thing I'm trying to say. Okay, I feel like there's no other way. What I'm saying, if she works every day, is he over there every day? How often does he need a babysitter? I need more information.
I mean, the way it sounded like it wasn't like a lot of times that he was over there, but apparently, like if I don't know if she's a host or a bottle girl or whatever it is that she does, it's
He said
overnight.
hosting. So,
Okay, hostess, yeah.
She said bottle
So
girl. I
yeah,
should
so
give it
she's
bottle
she's
girl.
9-10 o'clock at night, and in Atlanta, some of the clubs don't close till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
And says
then
she
it's
spends
time
some
to
time
take the baby
afterwards.
to
She got to
school.
do other stuff. So he just
Right.
But what I'm saying is, if she has, okay, she's taking care of her children, so obviously she has to have a steady income. And you're saying she's plural, more than one child, so she's working a lot. So how often is he over there? Is what I'm saying. Even if he's not messing
well,
with her,
maybe
how
if she
often-
has a regular job and she does the hosting on the weekends, and she
Yeah,
just
there you
has
go.
him come like on the weekends. I have to work Friday night and Saturday night. I need you to come stay Friday night and Saturday night with the kids. And he's not there like Friday, like he packs a bag and he's there Friday and stays over until and don't come home till Sunday. He comes Friday night, they trade off. Okay, I have to be at the place at this time. Can you be here by this time? So they switching off, and the kids have eaten. They've done such and so and so and so. It's Friday night, whatever their bedtime you want it to be, that's what it is. And I'll see you in the morning. And she goes off to do whatever it is that she's doing, and she comes back for 5-6 o'clock in the morning and tag, okay, thank you so much, and he goes back to his house. Or say she has to work Saturday and Sunday, and maybe on early Monday morning when she gets off, he's taking the babies to school so that she can get some rest. It just depends. But again, the girlfriend said ain't nothing happening. He said ain't nothing happening. Baby mama said it's nothing happening. You
What's
just
the problem?
She
uncomfortable.
just insecure
What's the
about
She
what
just
problem?
happened
insecure about what
with
it
the
that's
is.
why I
last
said,
one.
hold on. That's okay. I'm happy I clarified it. That's why for me, I don't understand it. Why she's upset if that thing is happening, unless she said maybe she said I want to spend more time with him. I want to have kids with him. How can we have a life if you're going over there every weekend? These are young children. It sounds like, and she don't have a babysitter. I'm not saying this. I'm not saying it's a sexual thing. I think I'm saying like
But surely
it's other
it
thing.
won't. At some point, the kids will be old enough to watch themselves.
But
It's
Right.
not like it's a forever thing.
Okay,
We don't
But
know
y'all
that
have to
mom,
pay
and
attention.
we don't know that mom is going to continue to do this particular job forever.
Right.
She may get a big enough raise or promotion or whatever, or her day job to where she doesn't
girl,
need to do the bottle service and stuff on the weekend.
fam, I am not. This got my head. I'm not gonna sit here and do all
No,
this stuff.
but you don't have to speculate anymore because the dude from the past that remarried and is on his way said that they had went through things and she was hard-headed and that his ex or his baby mama was bringing the drama to their relationship and that's all she knows. Then she admitted and said, I took the insecurities from our relationship and brought them into this relationship. So that whole whatever is in her head, nothing
Right.
has happened to make her feel some type of way. It's in her head
She got
from previous
PTSD from the
experiences.
previous
Yes, there you
relationship.
go. That's the best way to say it.
She got PTSD from the previous. She need to go sit down on somebody's couch and talk to. Take that manipulative doctor in the corner and talk to her about it.
Mm-hmm. Well,
No,
they may be all true. That may be true, but how if she's not comfortable with the situation, whether it's not sexual or not, maybe she wants to spend time with a man. Maybe she wants to have their own family. How can I be in this
But
dynamic?
here's the thing.
No,
But here's
hold
the
on.
thing,
But
Tanisha.
how can I be in a dynamic as a woman that I want to have a child with this man in my own life, but you going over there every weekend and he's like, wait till the child get older. I'm not doing that shit. Too much.
Okay, well then find a different man then if that's the case, because that's his kid and that's always going to be his kid and his kid is always going to come first. So I don't understand what the issue is. If you knew that this was happening, and I feel like this was happening before you even got here.
Yeah, that's the thing. And she stopped already. It's not even long going on no more.
Right. This is an already established routine that these people have got. You are new to the equation. You don't get to upset the apple cart just because you can't get your insecure feelings in check. That's not how that works.
What's that noise?
Mine gotta be.
Mine throwing stuff at people. Well,
Mine.
What you doing, Mine?
Sorry.
Okay. So yeah, so I'm assuming that you guys and Abby, I'm actually glad you kind of said it that way at the end when you said that she came into the situation. So okay, I'll look at it from that side. If she came into the situation, she knew what she was getting. So then, I agree. You knew what you were getting into. You knew what was happening. I'm pretty sure it was going on before that. It probably was worse. Who knows? They worked 3 jobs. I don't know. Who knows? He probably was over there a lot more before he got a girlfriend, and probably tapered back. And I get that child gonna always be there, but exactly, Phil. Routines do change all the time. Everybody evolves. Everybody grows. Mod, what do you think about this? What do you think? Mod.
What?
The most quiet mouse all of a sudden. I said, what do you think about this?
Think about what? I was not here.
She wasn't paying attention.
The man with the bad hair. I mean, oh my God. Ricky.
oh my God. Oh my God.
I actually
Oh my God.
listen.
Okay, while mine realizes what's going on, I would just like to say, yes, routines change all the time, but they change out of necessity because, dad's work schedule changed, so we have to move some things around. Oh, mom got a different job, and now her work hours are this, and now we have to do things differently. We're not changing the routine for the children just because you can't get your feelings in check. You's a grown person. Put your big panties on. We're not inconveniencing the children because you can't get your shit together. We're not doing that. The children come first. Get your life. And if if that seems like it's unreasonable to you, go get you a nigga that ain't got no kids and start from scratch.
Or the child may have been at his house, but once he invited his whole entire family and ancestors and they offspring and in-laws to live with them.
Oh wow.
They
ancestors. Not the
like, no, you can watch
your
your ass
family free. Okay.
She said,
Mata, you caught up? Are you caught up, Mata?
Lord, y'all's about to take me out today.
Yeah.
First mod,
come
now
on.
confessions.
I actually like Ricky. He's he really likes Catherine, and I think he's willing to work with Catherine, and through, because he kept saying she's gone through so much, and I think he cares about Catherine. I was just happy that I didn't have to see brother and sister and cousin in that house playing cards on a day that they're supposed to be working. Go find yourself a job at Walmart. Just because the TV is over here, and you're gonna be playing cards at 10:30 in the morning, are you not supposed to be working?
Don't go to the country. Don't
Go
go to
find
the
yourself a
country.
job.
Bye. Don't go to the country. They wake up with a cigarette, a Newport, and a drink, and they play dominoes and play spades.
okay.
Any time of day. Just tell
Okay, so Phil, why do you think mom is working late at the club if it's not for her children? So she just working there just to be working there? Like that sentence doesn't even make sense, beloved. Doesn't even make sense.
I know.
Talk about, is it for the children, for the mother working late at the club? Them children got to eat. They need lights. They need water. They need cable. They need shoes every 13 seconds because they feet growing all the damn time. They growing out their clothes every time you turn around. They got field trips.
I need
they
money.
got band practices, choir practices. They got to buy
football uniform.
a new instrument. They need a robe for to sing at the damn.
I made a hole in my dress. I need.
Come on, they got football practice, cheerleading practice. You got to purchase the uniform. You got to get the shoes.
I'm going to prom, Mom. We got to get our dress. You know how much that costs? Prom dresses alone, the whole bed by.
The babies ain't even got the prom yet.
Look, I'm just saying that's all the money for all these insurance today. Everything's so freaking.
Listen, and do you understand how expensive daycare is at this juncture?
And it was for me back then.
It is a whole mortgage and a half to put a child into daycare.
I have heard.
And let me explain to you how daycare, because there are daycares that offer 24-hour services, because there are parents who work third shift who don't go to work until 11 o'clock and get off at 7 in the morning. So there are daycares that cater to parents that are open 24 hours a day. And let me tell you how much the surcharge goes up when you have to have your kids there overnight because you work overnight.
And the reason why I know is I'm a manager and I have associates who have that situation, who telling me I got to get off the clock because the time
because after a certain time they start charging them extra if they late
now because it's overnight.
I know that. I remember, we lived in New York City and so I was working in New York City, but we live in New Jersey, and my commute, because I'm catching the bus or the train, I don't know how long it's gonna get me to the daycare, and they're telling me we don't care if you don't get here by 6, we are charging you anything extra. So I get that.
And don't be too late, because after a while they're gonna call Child Protective Services because they're gonna say you abandoned your child. So you have to be very cognizant with daycare. Listen, they pay like $850 to $1,000 a week. Don't let it be a newborn. It's a week, y'all. Whether your child comes to the daycare or not, even to hold their space. Like, first of all, if Ricky is providing daycare for my children and I don't have to pay $1,000 a week per kid, man, that pays for. Listen, he ain't gotta go. That is your job, sir. You are saving us $5,000 a month.
But we'll get somebody. The people in the chat are saying that he doesn't work. So I mean, I don't know how this people got to that point, but I hadn't heard anything.
Wait, who don't work?
Ricky.
Oh, he. I told y'all he does that DJ. What you call it? Entertainment services or whatever.
Oh my gosh! Who is he gonna entertain with that kind of a hairstyle? Who is he gonna entertain with that little tiny?
So he's a DJ? What you saying? Pretty much.
He's a DJ. Yeah, so he does weddings and stuff.
Yeah, like weddings and special event
and
functions
parties
or
and
something.
special events. Okay. And so he has with him doing that type of work, he has
a flexible hours. Yeah,
he has the most flexible schedule.
And she's a hairstylist, so she does too.
It's very expensive for you to have your kids in daycare. Listen, my kids getting school age was one of the best things that ever happened to you.
Amen.
Your daycare bill be cut in half to a third because all you need is aftercare now. Listen, and depending on what time you go to work, some parents need before care and aftercare because the bus will come to your kids' daycare to pick them up and then drop them off back there so you can come pick them up at the end of the day. But what I'm saying is, what happens when he and Catherine start a family? I don't know. They'll have to come to a decision then. But right now, they just dating.
But Abby, okay. Do you not think that the dynamic will have to change, especially?
I never said it wouldn't. But right now, for insecure,
I'm asking the question. I'm just dating. I'm not saying. Hold on, Abby. I'm not saying you said. I'm asking seriously. Like it would have to change. I mean, everybody has Not everybody.
Absolutely.
There are husbands who have two families.
But the ex-wife doesn't strike me as an unreasonable person who would say, no, we're not changing anything if his situation changes. If his situation changes and he and that girl start a family and have a baby and he has to make adjustments, then he comes to him, Catherine, and the baby mama sit down. Everybody put their schedules and what's going on and what they need, and then they work it out from there.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what you're supposed to do in a co-parenting situation if y'all all gonna be family. That's what should happen.
Mm-hmm.
If you are adult enough to lay down and have the kid with a man who already has kids and already has an established situation, then you need to have your big girl panties enough to come to the table and like, okay, the baby is coming, or the baby is here now, and now it's time for me to go back to work because my maternity leave is over. So here's my schedule. Here's baby mama's schedule. Here's the kid's schedule. Here's dad's schedule. Now we need to make this work for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it takes a village.
It
takes a village, and you need
It
support.
does.
So
It does.
bring it. You got all of them.
Okay, I understand what y'all saying.
You got all of them
I get it.
ancestors
I get it,
sitting at the house. One of these kids can be running the kids back and forth to whatever events if mom and dad can't do it.
You gotta be realistic sometimes, though.
That is realistic.
No, I'm saying realistically, as far as like this is gonna be a rocky road situation. I'm not trying to be negative, I'm just saying, to me, I don't see it being like gelling all smooth. If she starts having children,
that's because one of the parties is insecure.
Yep. Boom.
I mean,
if everybody is acting like a mature adult and putting the children first, there may be some bumps, but it won't be no all-out mess and unsorted.
Because what will end up happening is this: that's that man's child. And
Exactly.
It's happened to women back over the years where you try to think your stuff is so good and so gold that if you make that man choose, he's not going to choose you. You put yourself in a really ugly position, regardless of what. I can't stand that woman. She's my baby mama, my ex-wife. That's my kid. That comes before everything. I'm not saying she's going to. I'm saying, but
in the event he chooses the woman, what would that say about him when y'all break up and you have a child with him and he moves on to the next woman? You would then know that there is a possibility of him choosing the woman over your child.
At all.
And nobody wants that karma.
I think you missed the point where we said that it's multiple children and that house is already full. So the child coming to his house is not feasible. And what's best for the child is for the child to be stationary and the parent to come to the house where the child is, and not the child to go to where the parent is.
Well, I'm gonna say this, okay? To be honest, the woman is trying to grind and he's just trying to look out for his kid. I think it's possible to have a healthy relationship, because when the one part that struggling with, she said, how about we all go out together? When she said that,
I like that.
Obviously, she was willing. I remember she said, I was like, she's willing to get to know her because she wants to make it work, because obviously my baby father loved this woman. So I don't know. I think
and not only that, she told him, like, you gotta set it up. You know what I'm saying? Because I also think that Catherine has been saying, hey, you need to do this, you need to do that. And it's more like she's telling Ricky, how to go about the situation. And Ricky's not picking up on signs and making his own decisions. Like, what can I do to make this situation better? So I think the ex-wife telling him, like, hey, you go to her and you set it up will show that, he's taking the initiative to get everybody on the same page versus Kat.
So I got a question, because I don't be paying attention. Who are all them people at Ricky's house?
His mama and daddy, his sister and her 2 kids, and then they got a brother that stops over often, which I assume when his wife, girlfriend, or whoever put him out because he's been out doing whatever, then he comes stay over every now and then.
Okay. So it's all of Ricky's people, right?
Yes, none of hers.
Okay. So
I wish this was
my question is that if there's multiple children, and that's why he's going to her house and not bringing the children to his house. If he's been parenting the other children, just like he's been parenting his son, why wouldn't the additional children be welcome in the house with the rest of his family? It's not like they strangers to him. There's something else going on at that
There's
house.
already so many in that house already.
I feel like it's something else. Like that uncle is not kosher, so the mama's like, my kids can't go over there because y'all got too much going on, and if something happened to my child, I'm burning the whole house down. I feel something is that it's got to be something going
that
on
he's not comfortable with.
Right.
And it's okay. And they said it's not his house, so he can't just bring a whole bunch of people over to.
Oh wow!
It's not his house.
It's his parents' house.
No, it's his parents' house. I told y'all that weeks ago.
Nothing. What? Okay, hold on. So let's back up the train.
Listen, an expectation for me.
I'm confused.
As a parent, as a grandparent, and the expectation for me is it when you bring yourself, where's your children should be coming. That's just, you should be bringing your child with you. There's never a time where my grandchildren are not welcome in my home.
Well, here's the thing.
There might be a time where you might not be welcome, but my grandkids can come at any time whenever they get ready.
But I told y'all last week they need to be concerned about putting an apartment on it or putting a house on it instead of put a ring on it, because there's too many people in that house for them to be having a relationship with all these kids.
Yes.
There's a lot of things going on. I'm gonna give something. I don't know. Maybe the water.
Listen, I didn't know that he lives with the parents. I thought that he's the one who's paying for everything. So I don't understand when you say that he'll be paying for everything.
Well, hold on.
Paying for everything with what, Mom?
You say that, I've been paying. That's why I've not been buying flowers and roses. Like, this is what I'm saying. And this is the thing, you guys. Now, it's one of the culture shock that I got when I came to this country. I have 3 children, and none of them are going to be living over here with their boyfriends. Oh, that is my boyfriend. So you go to the bed. It's not happening. It's not happening. You have a boyfriend. So now you know how to have a boyfriend. Get the hell out of this house.
Oh,
go for yourself a place.
Oh, damn.
Not the prayer hands after. Oh, I can't.
Get the hell out. Oh my God. Oh
God. I can see you doing that shit too.
Listen,
I have told them, my kids are young.
I'm not upset that there's
my kids are young.
In one house. I get it. You don't. It had. There are other cultures do it as well, where they have multi generations in one house. I understand it. I get it.
Yeah.
It makes it easier financially on people if they can do that. Mm-hmm. So be it. Mm-hmm. Mine said, "Get the hell out."
Not over here. Mm-hmm.
But my thing is Miss Catherine, do you have a job, beloved? Because if he paying his portion of y'all portion of the bills at that house, where your money going, honey? Where your money going? Why is it going to like a savings account for y'all to purchase a house? What you doing with your dollars?
If my son is paying for my mortgage, is what you're asking?
No, that's what I'm saying. If they're multi-generation, they say he pays his portion of the bills. I'm sure the sister pays a portion of the bills, and then mom and dad pay a portion of the bills, so that it's split, so that everybody is not having to pay an arm and a leg to have a secure place to live. My thing is if he paid his portion to cover their staying in the mom and dad's house, and baby girl has a job, Miss Catherine got a job, where her money at? Where her money at? What's she doing with her money?
Xbox and PlayStation 5.
Wait a minute. How many
she's buying PlayStation 5.
They said there's 6 people living in the house.
Mm-hmm. Looks a lot like mine. No, I'm just playing.
It's mom and dad, sister, Ricky, Catherine, and the brother comes in sometimes. That's 6 adults. That's not including the children.
And the sister got
every
2
time,
kids.
Every time I hear Ricky out there boy in the hood, Ricky! I'm sorry.
You know what? Something's wrong with you. So my thing is where is her money going? Like, that's what I did she say she got a job? What she do for a living?
She does hair. She does hair.
It does
So you
In
what?
Atlanta, it's good money.
So you mean to tell me she
Interesting.
out here lying and dyeing people's hair to the side, and you not? I hope I'm begging, I'm praying that she is banking money
Mm.
to
Listen,
be able for them to buy
listen,
a house to get out of this. Like, hopefully, they're using this as a stepping stone.
I'm just
I
saying.
think Catherine was homeless and jobless, and Ricky said, "Come over here, I got you."
I don't think she was from there because I remember her saying something about how the long distance and then they were just friends and they continued to be in contact over the years. That's why I think there's some extra things going on because he might have been tapping that while he was married and having kids and having that other child because she'd been around for 10 years.
10 years.
So
They've been
either he
friends,
was
yeah.
calling and crying late night about whatever was going on in whatever relationship. And so, when you confide a lot in somebody what you doing wrong and what your other person's doing wrong, because that's your friend. So you telling them everything you doing wrong. So if he was confiding in her that he was cheating on the ex-wife or he was doing this XYZ on the ex-wife because they friends, then she probably now think he doing the same thing to her.
Mm-hmm.
Where her family at? Where her people? Where her mom and dad?
They haven't seen anything.
Mm-hmm.
So Catherine moved back to Texas to take care of her grandmama. Okay, where mom and dad at?
Mm-hmm.
Where her family at?
I always thought that, people who do hair, especially, in the big cities, whether it's New York City, Atlanta, LA, whatever the cities, they know how to dress up. This girl over your country has been disappointing me quite a bit.
It depends on you and where you work. If you work in a salon, if you working at a kitchen, it just depends on where you're working. It depends on where you work and your hustle and how you want to represent yourself. If you are and how you want to price yourself. Because if you're pricing yourself at a high tier, then yes, you should be dressed nice, hair nice, all of that, and offer an actual experience. Like you have a salon suite where it's very one-on-one, and you're catering to that person and giving them the experience that goes along with that particular price tag. But it just depends. She doing hair in Ricky Mama kitchen.
Well, I mean,
I'm done. Y'all stupid. I'm done.
But and also you have to take into consideration too. Like at one point in time, it was to be a hairstylist was not everybody could do that. Now everybody's a makeup artist, everybody's a hairstylist, and there's probably 1,000 plus or whatever running around in the Atlanta streets, trying to get everybody's business. So, and if she's not in a shop somewhere, like in Buckhead, she might not be making that much money. But it should be enough to keep the lights on, though. It should be enough for her. And if they put Ricky's money together with her money, you know what I'm saying? They should have their own space because you got too many people involved in your relationship. I don't care who house it was. The sister and the brother who was there the night the first day came shouldn't have even been there.
Abby, I said they get a press and curl in the fish plate, $5.
Press and go. Press and go.
I cannot.
Not a fish.
Okay, look. Grandma needs fish and fry.
It's a meal and a hairdo. Hairdo and a meal. Listen.
Y'all wrong. Y'all is so wrong.
It's so wrong on so many levels. Oh my God.
It be in that yellow styrofoam and wrap it in plastic. It'd be that homeschool. Oh, Lord have mercy. Hey, Lily B.
I feel like Kamisha has chosen violence on this Saturday.
Yes, at Ricky Mama Kitchen. And she's selling fish plates apparently too. She got the Future Cold special. You could get a roller set and a fish plate for $29.99.
I know. I came in here late.
For $35. You got to put the tip in. It's $35.
The potato salad is gonna be extra. Period. Okay. The tail said to be fired.
So I know I got here a little bit late. Did you guys talk about Dunbar and Chance?
We
No, we haven't even got to them yet.
Let's go ahead and get to the storm.
It's only the two situations because Joya and Joshua, they ain't got nothing going on. So let's talk about Candace and Dunbar and how the doctor tried to manipulate them into staying. Ma'am.
Hold on about that.
Not the empty seats.
What is
not the empty seats, Jesus.
What is
Okay, God.
Oh, my stomach hurt.
So here's the thing. That I'm going to speak on this. I am disappointed that they left because I feel like they were most like I was looking forward to watching them, right? He's dramatic, and I watched the interview that Kamisha did with him, and he's very authentic. And once you get to a process, you're invited in this show for you to learn things about yourself, and you have learned things about yourself. In no reason to continue the process. Why am I continuing the process if I've learned things about that they're going to help me in my relationship? So I did not get it. And that doctor, Stacy, you're lying. That man never said that he does not trust the wife. Chance, she give us a context. Don't come over here and say, this is not what you told me. That you told me you don't trust her. Those are big. Don't do that. And then that makes me Google you. Like, does she really have a degree in the situation, or is it life experience that has brought her to the show? You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to contact Dina. Dina, can you see any certificates from this Dr. Stacy? Does she have? Why are we calling her doctor? Does she have a degree? Your PhD or
she has a degree, man. I believe.
I don't do that. That brother did not say that he does not trust Stacy. I mean Chance. Sorry, why am I saying Stacy? Yeah, I was confused.
I was confused too, and I was gonna rewind it to see what he said, but their own was like, "No worries, we got you." And then they went to the tape of him not saying what she said. He said, first of all, I would just like to say, I'm okay with them leaving. I'm okay with them knowing that this process, that for them to see exactly what this process is and be like, this is not for us. This is not going to be conducive. We get that you think that this will be conducive for us, but us knowing ourselves and how we felt when we saw our significant other go on a date, that's not going to help our situation. It's not going to make it any better. It's not for us. So we're going to bow out of this process. Not that we're going to stop getting help or anything like that, but this particular process and how it works is not going to be conducive to the people that we are and who we are in this relationship. So we're going to bow out. I know myself enough to know that somebody going to end up messed up playing with me like this. You know what I'm saying? So I'm okay with them saying, I know that this is, this ain't go, nope, I don't like it.
It's gonna go left.
So we need to do something different. Otherwise, it's going to turn out bad for somebody. But I think he needs to, I absolutely think he needs to continue getting counseling for his depression and talking to somebody, maybe checking to see if he needs to get some medication to regulate the imbalance in his brain or whatever it is that he's got going on that's causing his depression. But for that doctor to sit on national television and try and manipulate this couple into staying by telling that girl that he said something that by misconstruing what that boy said to her in a counseling session is absolutely unethical. It's wrong. It's nasty. It's rude. And it couldn't have been me because if I was Dunbar, I'd have cussed her out because no, bitch, that's not what I said.
So I missed the part. So
are y'all ready for the tea? Are y'all ready for the tea?
What's the tea?
Ready? Yes.
Okay. So this doctorate, while they call her Dr. Stacy. So I Googled it from her Instagram page. So her Instagram page says Doctor of Humanitarianism, LHD. And the degree of Doctorate of Humane Letters, and then they go blah, 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 is an honorary degree awarded to those who have distinguished themselves through humanitarian and philanthropic contributions to society. So this doctorate is honorary. So that means she ain't wrote
She got
not
a
one
Snoop
paper.
Dogg doctor degree.
Well, she
She
has
ain't wrote
books.
not.
David
though.
She
She wrote a book.
Okay, so I can write a book.
Confessions.
Okay,
But
that's why in the interview he said, what did he say? Something about
he
the doctor?
said that the doctor didn't have the degrees to do what she was on the screen to do, or something to that effect. But that's what it says, is an honorary degree awarded to those who have distinguished themselves through humanitarian and philanthropic contributions to society. So that means if I had a little change and I was out here working with Habitat for Humanity and I'm out here donating to the Art Center of Wichita, and then they gave me an award because of all the great work that I've done, does not make me a doctor. Now, you go to her page and you know she's not a real doctor because she has where did I
Does
it's
she at least have a
It has no
master's degree?
hold
credentials
on.
anywhere. You can go through her
No.
link tree. Everything that she has listed,
Oh,
it's just
Jesus.
about being an expert. When she explains on who she is, she lists
She is
every
an expert.
television station she's been
There
on.
you go.
No
But does she have
credentials.
Hold
any
on.
degree at
And
wait, pause. She doesn't have any degree at all, not a master's, not a
Oh
She
my
got
bachelor's.
a
God,
degree.
bro. What?
She is a proud graduate of Spelman College, best-selling author, and women's empowerment public speaker. This is on her website. It does not say she has earned a doctorate of any
What is
kind.
her degree in Spelman?
Yes,
is
is
her
what I want to
degree
know.
Well, now look, now I'm trying, y'all. Hold on.
in? Okay, you can
My,
tell me.
it's the face for me.
No, Kamisha, I've been trying with this Dr. Stacy thing. Go ahead, Dina.
Ma, would you calm down? What's in that
No,
cup?
I've been trying to extend the grace to this woman. I'm over it. Go ahead.
Uh-oh.
I would like to say this is they got this lady because the first doctor. What's the first doctor's name?
Nicole.
Dr. Nicole.
Dr.
Nicole.
Nicole.
Dr. Nicole.
Dr. Nicole was the real deal and had her credentials to back her up, and she knew this was a fucking freight train to hell, and she got
And
off
it gets
before
worse,
it
y'all.
crashed.
It gets worse, y'all.
Hold on,
And
hold
they
on,
got
hold
her.
on, y'all.
It gets worse, y'all.
Okay.
Y'all want to know what her degree is in from
What
Yeah.
do you mean?
theater?
Oh.
Go to hell.
Shut the front door.
Wait, what did you say?
It's in theater.
It's in theater.
What in the entire hell?
Because
That
when
is-
I first Googled her name, it popped up as a when you put her name up, it says American actress.
What? And my name is not.
No.
And matter of fact,
Nicole.
she was on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air in 1995. Okay, and she
You
was
know.
in
Are you kidding me?
A Thin Line Between Love and Hate.
Wait a minute.
The-
Send me some. Send me that. You know, because I'm gonna tell you something.
You know.
I looked at her and I said,
This.
wait a minute. I looked at her and I said, I have seen her on something. But I said, no, I don't.
But I mean, if you just type in her name, if you type in, go to your Google and type in Dr. Stacy J. Johnson, and then all her different looks pop up. It says American actress, does not say
Stacey
Dr.
what?
Stacy.
Stacey what?
STACIIJAE Johnson.
You know.
So
you
they
know,
continuing to play into people's face.
I
They
keep
continue-
saying.
Exactly. Mo better flower petal. That's exactly why Dr. Nicole left. Because after that, she jumped off with 7 years a lie. She knew what it was. Somebody is going to. I don't want to speak death onto the show or to anybody who might think that they want to be on this show in the future or anything like that. But this is a dangerous situation,
Girl.
and somebody is going to end up physically hurt behind this foolishness. I have been saying that since the very first episode, and I found out what the premise of this show is, and they just play, they playing in people's faces. This is not a good idea. This was never a good idea. This has always been a dumpster fire, and we've been saying that from the jump.
When did
And then they got rid of the one person who maybe could speak to some foolishness if something super pops off and where it's a dangerous situation. Because Dr. Nicole would be the one who would be able to de-escalate whatever they got going on.
Because she got the proper training.
This actress lady with an honorary degree who don't have training the first in what she's trying to do with being a relationship coach. She wrote a book.
Why is she calling herself? Here's the thing.
And the book was on women's empowerment. It wasn't even on relationship.
Exactly.
And then how you gonna be a relationship coach, but you started the single girls? What's the name of this thing? The single girl
empowerment, something like that.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So but you need folks to stay single to join your empowerment. But now you are a relationship coach. Shut the front door.
Wow.
Wow.
No wonder when we were introduced to her, she never talked about her education, just like Jeffrey never talked about her education when she met.
We don't care about
the sister.
Wait a minute. She on a dating show. Who cares about her education?
Can you all follow me? She never talked to us about where did you go to school and how do you have this experience. She talked about the life experience. My grandmama was married 5 times. My daddy was married 10 times. My mama was married 15 times. So I have this experience. I can appreciate that. You have that experience, but you are coming to a show. Are you also topping it up with, go to school, learning different situations? Listen, bring back Dr. Nicole. Bring back Dr. Nicole is what I'm saying.
All, Dr. Nicole is not coming back because first of all, somebody said, "Oh, Dr. Nicole didn't say anything last season when Hookhead and old girl was knocking each other around in that house because we know they was putting hands on. We know they was putting hands on each other, like Bright and the scared girl. I can't remember their names because they're irrelevant in my life. But are you talking about Shorty and Kenneth? I thought you was talking about the boy with the big forehead and the girl, and he was
that's in Charlotte or Charlena or whatever.
Oh, the two that had
them two. First of all, we don't. I think that may been a part of the impetus for Dr. Nicole Levy because she saw some things and spoke to some things, and they still either edited it in or edited around what she was saying that it was not addressed on the show. And I think that may have been the impetus for Dr. Nicole saying, this is what I'm not going to do because y'all doing stuff that's dangerous and somebody is going to end up hurt and you're not going to do it on my watch. Right. Thank you, Otis and Charlie. Thank you, Tina, because I couldn't think of nobody's name.
Right.
So I think that had part of what Dr. Nicole was like. I think Dr. Nicole can see the forest for the trees, and she can see that this is going to jump the track, and somebody is going to end up. Why are you putting that woman's picture?
I am a graduate level.
Why?
Wait, I cannot read this shit.
I am a
I am a graduate level intern currently working towards receiving my master's in marriage and family therapy from Truro University. I am also a graduate of Spelman College, a best-selling author, and received honorary doctorate degree of humanitarianism from Global International Alliance. I have over 10 years experience as a dating and love coach. I enjoy helping single and divorced women rediscover and reconnect with themselves in a way that enables them to live full and well-rounded lives, so that when they encounter love and find a life partner, they can enter this union whole, full of self-knowledge and aware of their individual value. As an MFT intern, I plan to inspire, empower, and strategize with single women to help provide them with the tools needed to have healthy, romantic, and the comment is in the way, so I can't read the rest.
Oh, girl, my bad. But look at
relationships. I'm excited to expand my passion for helping single and divorced women into working with individual couples, families. Life can be hard, and things in life can happen to us that turn us in a directly. Then can't see the rest. But yeah, that is who she is, and apparently a theater.
And the master still ain't gonna put a doctor in front of your name.
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
But you went from a bachelor's in theater to a master's in family therapy. Okay. They playing with us, y'all.
Come on, Phil. Phil said he a licensed social worker with a master's from Clark Atlanta. I know that's right, sir.
Well, he got more qualifications than she got.
Clearly, he do.
I mean, where did they find her? I wonder.
No, first of all,
on IMDb.com.
We do, because this show is dangerous. This show, the premise of this show can become very dangerous if not handled correctly. Yes, all of us, and Dr. Nicole had credentials. So yes, we want credentials. We want somebody that we trust to be able to handle these types of situations, and not an actress with an honorary degree. And Ayanla has several degrees, so let's not do this with Ayanla. Okay?
Yes. Yes.
Let's not do that.
Yeah. I'm with you on that one, Evie. 100%.
Brian, I do not think the doctor's advice is good when she's trying to manipulate the people to stay on the show by telling by trying to misconstrue what that man said in a session with her.
She needs therapy herself.
He said, I don't trust the fact that if I tell this girl all of my business, that
she's going to welcome this.
She went into that when they said they was getting ready to leave. She said, how you going to leave when he don't even trust you? That's not what he said.
That's not what he said. That's not what that man said.
Okay, so I really, what other company? This is it. We had the people.
We need to interview that doctor. That doctor has to come to this panel. We need to talk to her.
Well, I'm not saying she has to come to the panel. She might be scared, Ma. If you want to come to the panel, bring it.
Who's scared? Scared of what? Who's scared?
We do bite a little bit, but anyway.
I missed it. I missed something.
I don't know if she. I don't know. A bite is like, I mean, bite. We have a bite. Not only literally like a physical bite. We do. Look at mine. He was going off and stuff. You wanted to come on here.
Okay, pause. What do you mean we sounded like the semantic Joy is saying? I don't understand.
What's that mean?
Ravine said y'all sounded like the semantics Joy is saying.
What you mean? When Joy say that about what? When what?
What do you? I don't understand. What does that mean?
What is that?
Clarification, please.
And who? Because y'all is a plural. Please be specific, please. I would appreciate that.
Very specific.
What's going on today? But you know me.
What is today?
Y'all know it don't matter. Y'all know me. All day. Period. I got blood smoke.
No, that's not what he said. He said he didn't trust that she would stay, is what he said. Not that he didn't trust her. Those are two different things.
Hold on, wait.
And she made it seem like he said he didn't trust her at all. To try and manipulate them into staying to work through the process.
Here's something with the judge. I gotta watch the clip because
they're some completely different things.
I can't really give opinions. I didn't watch it because he said he didn't trust her.
And then OWN very clearly, OWN was like, as soon as she said that, and he said that's not what I said. They cut to the scene of him back in the office saying what he said, and what he said is not what that doctor said.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we can agree to disagree about Iyanla, so that she's not the subject of what we're talking about today.
Julie, I don't want this job either. She tired of getting death threats.
Was this who was? Wait, what?
Who's getting death threats?
Iyanla.
Are you serious?
Not too long ago, I just seen a video and she had talked to why she left.
Here, I'm already doing it right now, baby girl. This might be your first time here because I'm already doing it.
She's going to get the clip right now.
So what happened with Dunbar now?
Oh, you think Dunbar is lying about? I think he has mental issues. I think he legit. I think something.
He does. There is something he
wrong
needs
with
to work on. He does need to work on something there. But how do y'all feel about the fact that they dropped the fact that they're engaged and he proposed right before the
episode came out?
Episode dropped that they left.
I don't care.
I think they did that on purpose because when he was in that interview, he said something wasn't right with this doctor, and now we've discovered here that she ain't really a doctor. She's a relationship coach, which you can get that certificate online for $26.99 or whatever.
Oh,
so
wow.
That is why he said what he said.
Jehovah Jireh.
Okay, maybe it's $99.99. I don't know.
I'm about to say with the coupon is.
Yeah, you can get a relationship coach certificate on Groupon, okay? So she is not qualified to do what they came there for. They probably figured that out. Let's figure out a way we can exit. The other people that's still there, either they want the help or they want their 15 minutes of fame and whatever.
Listen.
Hold on. Is it here, y'all?
I would have.
We can't hear it that loud.
Wait a minute, Mom.
Hold on. Is this the part?
Definitely are truly in love with each other. So we sat down after a couple of meetings. We realized that dating the other people is not really for us. It's not for us. It's not what we want to do. Move forward. But we have learned so much. Process. I am in the best situation with the person at this time that can help me. Bro, I'm not depressed anymore. I don't fight
just
no
went
more.
away.
Yeah.
That's untrue.
This isn't working because.
Let me say this. Number one, you have to know that.
No, it did.
You notice that if a man is not 100% submissive to God, he will
blah blah blah. Get to the point where she lies.
Really trust himself and find a woman who brings him
That's
closer.
so bullshit.
He can't make a change.
I'm for that.
So let me say this.
Dunbar.
I'm just reading these comments.
He is so full of shit, though.
It's bullshit.
Tremendous work that I have to say that you were doing to get a brother in any process to really connect with his inner self. That was beautiful. But I wanted you to share that with her.
Yes.
You will sit together. This process, honestly, it is hard. And it's really less about the dating other people than you being really honest with who you are and where you are.
Right.
You said to me, Dunbar, I don't trust her.
Well,
Is that what you said word for word? Or is she putting words in your mouth?
yeah, I definitely didn't say that. I don't know how to say chance. Baby, they probably need help. I'm just going by not trusting that she'll understand. A lot of things that I've been going through with the past has been because of struggling with mental issues, struggling with depression. What I didn't trust was that when I do give somebody everything, they tend to leave me.
Because he doesn't trust you, there's something there that really might not have nothing
nothing to do with it. And she said it again.
Pass.
Press forward.
We were on the tip.
What happened? I'm listening. I'm listening.
And then she repeated it again after they played the tip. And she said, because he doesn't trust you. That's not
Raven. Who are you talking to, baby girl? Because this is my first time listening to this. I had not given my opinion at all about this.
No, I don't even care about that comment. Somebody over there is saying that we are dragging a woman.
Bro,
somebody over there said, somebody clever girl said something.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Something. Hold on, wait, stop. Clever girl. You can get all the smoke that everybody has been getting all day, baby. I don't know what you're talking about, but I can drag your ass instead. Period. I don't want to hear it. You can go. When you get ready. Maj, take care of my business. I'm not doing that with you.
Don't do that. Don't come over here for 1 second and think that we are now trying to drag people.
Don't block anybody. Don't block anybody. You can have an opinion, that's fine, but don't attack us. Have your opinion in the chat. Enjoy the chat, enjoy the conversation, but don't say anything about us because we're not talking about any on the chat.
Dr. Stacey, is you upset that we went and found your degree? First of all, if somebody said that they upset because we don't value their honorary degree, it's not that we don't honor their honor, we don't value their honorary degree. What we have an issue with is that it's how she's been represented to us as this doctor who's this relationship coach and all of these things, and it's smoke and mirrors.
Okay, Reverend.
And they can talk to me. Hold on, I gotta go back. You're right. Dunbar definitely has mental issues that he need to be on somebody's sofa. But again, I say the doctor was being manipulative when she stated that man said that he did not trust her, because that is not what he said. And it's not that we're picking and choosing what to believe from Dunbar. The videotape that they played clearly stated that that's not what that man said. So it's not us picking and choosing what we want to believe from Dunbar. It's just a fact is a fact is a fact. That's not what he said.
Me myself, I'm getting irritated.
She took the statement that he made and twisted it to manipulate them people to get them to stay in this situation.
Yes.
I need
that is what happened.
I need hold on. I'm sorry. Yeah, hold on. I need clever girl to clarify. Because I want to see where we were dragging someone. I'm actually interested. I'm giving commentary. If I'm showing receipts, because someone on my panel was talking about what she found. So I put information out there. I give my commentary. I do this every time I do a video. I am over it. Have an opinion, it's fine. But please clarify.
Okay. So because she has her honorary doctorate, she has every right to call herself a doctor.
No.
Yes, she does. She has every right to call herself a doctor because she has a doctorate degree, be it honorary or she had to give a dissertation or whatever she had to do to get it. She's got it. So she can call herself a doctor. However, just like she misconstrued what that man said to manipulate them to get into staying, that's exactly what this is. That's exactly
about the information.
Even though she is a doctor, what she has a doctorate in is not conducive to what she's doing on this show. It has nothing to do with what she's doing
nothing
on this particular
absolutely
show.
Nothing.
And that was probably his issue. He didn't get too much into it, but I could tell as he was.
It's okay, Ravi. We like to disagree. We like to argue. We like to argue. I'm talking about an interview Dunbar. You can tell when spoke about the Dr. Stacey thing, it was a touchy subject for him. Like you can just tell by his spirit was moved when he spoke about her. And that's why, and I get it now. Let me hear the rest of the clip. Hold on.
Yeah, of some good stuff. And it breaks my heart today that you are betraying you. Let's Let's have a conversation. How am I betraying myself by choosing to work with this man that I love? How am I betraying myself? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Yeah, let's talk about it. Okay. How am I betraying?
But she tried that lady.
I said, I didn't say it's anything against you working with him. Yeah. Again, healthy romantic relationships. So it's not me against you, and it's not me against Dunbar. It's just I'm calling facts. Okay? You're betraying yourself, Chance, by not listening to the red flags. Not red flags to run and flee, but red flags to work on. And the fact that, honestly, Dunbar, you don't want to acknowledge right now just your truth. It is betrayal to her. Approaching the hard stuff and getting through it. That is this process. Yeah. And you guys are just walking out on it. You're not doing the work because you quit. And honestly, I did see so much promise.
Okay.
Run from problems, but your problems will follow you. And it breaks my heart.
When it comes to this process, it made up.
Yeah. Learned a lot. I've always been a very fast learner. Not that I know everything, but I'm like, okay, Chip, this is what you need to work on. I see what he needs. We made a lot of progress. Do it our way. I'm disappointed in your decision, but we all have our journey. We all have our way. I wish you all nothing but the best for you individually and for you together. If you ever do need me, reach out.
Dr. Stacey.
For what? Yeah.
Reach out and smack somebody.
Okay, so now I'm kind of so listening, I understand what Abby is saying, and the doctor was like, it's personal. She was getting emotional herself. I'm like, ugh, that was just a really messy situation. She did catch it. She was like, no, you're not gonna do that, because I could tell she was getting pissed the more the doctor was talking. So I understood why she catch it. I did.
And not only that, they told her to exit the room, but they was filming. So don't think she wasn't lurking around the corner listening. Because if she's in there along with my man, I'm nosy. So I'm gonna be having a glass on the wall, like what they in there talking about. Or it's a big old production company. You got microphones and everybody's talking loud or whatever. She probably knew that that's not what he said.
Well, I don't think they allowed that, because those supposed to be counseling sessions, and unless he gives permission for her to know what's saying it in the one-on-one counseling session, then she shouldn't know what was said.
Well, she ain't a real doctor, so this ain't no doctor.
I'm just saying, as a person who works in the medical field, it has to deal with him all the time. Girl, you know.
I couldn't wait for you to get your sentence out for me to say that.
Yeah,
ain't no client patient privilege here.
Listen, there should be with this thing, and the bare minimum of her saying to not you tired again, me staying, but it was the fact that when she knew that she couldn't move Dunbar, she started to chip away at Chance, saying, well, you are doing something to yourself. You are devaluing yourself by not staying and da 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 da. No, ma'am. Mm-mm.
And the way that's the part about me too, Abby.
Listen, that's a united front. Because just the way he showed his hind parts when her date came to get her, she showed her butt when that girl came to date him. So them is two peas in a red flag pod that belong together. And sometimes, you have to know yourself. You have to get to know yourself and how you react to such things. And some people are just not built. They are too territorial for this process to be conducive to anything good in their relationship. It just is what it is. I know myself well enough. Say it again, Phil. I know myself well enough that I can't be on Ready to Love. I couldn't be on this show, Put a Ring on It. I am too territorial. Don't touch my things. I'm not doing that. I cannot do it. It's not going to be conducive. I'm not going to get any of the steps. I'm not going to get any of the process. I'm not going to get any of the things because I'm going to be like old girl from last season, ready to knock a bitch out every time she come ring my doorbell for my nigga. It's going to be a problem. So I know not to even put myself in those type of situations. And sometimes you got to be put in that situation to know that that is not, oh, I thought I could do this, but oh, we can't do this. And if somebody is coming to you as a professional and a doctor saying, okay, this I have been here enough to know that we have both been through this, and neither one of us, this is not conducive. This particular process is not conducive to making our relationship better for us.
Raven. Oh my God.
Raven.
You lick
For
it.
me to listen, I licked it and it's mine. I don't understand.
Where's the lie, though? Hey,
So
lick it out of time.
Where's the lie?
Exactly, Phil.
I
So
see no lies
you could get in the situation thinking, oh, I can handle it until it's actually happening. And then you realize, oh no, I stepped beyond the boundary that I do not want to cross. This is not conducive to what we got going on, and this is not the particular process that's going to benefit us as a couple. So what we're going to do is we're going to step away from this particular process because we've already got issues. We don't want to add more issues on top of the issues that we already got. Now this baby saying that he's depressed and now he feels better, baby, that's not how depression works. You're going to have to go sit on somebody's sofa, maybe get you some medication to regulate your brain to make sure that you are okay. Now, I advocate for that.
Well, I'm an advocate for that too, but I do think that people are gonna probably question a lot because it's out there. People talking about it. We talked about it. So I'm pretty sure as far as Stacy now.
Now he's delivered. Jesus.
He's
delivered from what?
I agree with Emmy what she was saying about she calls him a doctor, but it's already obvious that Dunbar peeped it. I don't know how the other couples felt. They may have felt the way that showed on camera. Who knows? But I don't know if they're gonna keep running with Stacey. If they do keep her, it'd be for more of an entertainment or controversial thing, especially with the little interaction with the two of them. So.
Right. But they said Dunbar peeped game from jump because a manipulator knows a manipulator when they see one. Game recognizes game. So he knew what it was with Dr. Stacy when he got there. And then on top of this, I'm not cool with us dating other people. I thought I could be cool with it, but I'm really not. That's just stacked on top of stacks. I think Dunbar clearly has some issues that he needs to sit down with someone and talk about and get that regulated. But
thank you, Raven.
It's not meant for everybody. Everybody cannot handle this type of situation. Everybody doesn't have the wherewithal, the emotional intelligence, the emotional bandwidth to be able to do that. They just don't have it. And that's okay.
Somebody, okay, look, y'all noticed that this season with the whole thing dating the exes. Now, if y'all wouldn't catch that, people who watch the show, that was the first time that was introduced. Most of the time they're dating people that they don't know. If you notice about that small little tidbit, where they're going with this, because it don't did it with the Ricky thing because whatever, but can you imagine if they're dating the exes? It would be so messy, and it's gonna be a thing. They introduce it. It's gonna be because Ricky's basically a little bit, not really. Imagine if it was a couple that was having real problems, or she wanted her baby daddy back, or they were still messing around, and they did the same scenario with Ricky. It'd be completely different. It's entertainment. They want to see the sparks of the fire. Ricky really didn't bring it. They kind of working it together. It's more of insecurity, to be honest. But I don't know. Maybe something more going to happen as the season progresses. Because I know the trailer is what? About Ricky them or what? I didn't see the trailer.
Oh, I didn't look at the trailer either, so I don't
remember it.
Phil,
in the trailer,
that's why I hate to cry. I don't like crying. I don't like. I don't
in the
like
trailer, they just talked about bringing the new couple in and announcing that Chance and Dunbar was gone.
Oh wow!
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's what I remember. I remembered like an hour and a half ago, but I don't remember now.
They just said it's gone. Okay. Well, anybody got any? Yeah, it's a new couple. I think I posted on Instagram. Anybody got? I'm not moving to tears. As professional tears can be. Wow, damn. Okay.
Tears can be. Some people use it as. We know people who use tears as a weapon all the time.
So, any closing words for the show? Anybody?
It's a dumpster fire, and they need to stop.
Bueller. Okay, sorry.
Bring back Dr. Nicole. Bring back Dr. Nicole. Bring back Dr.
No.
Dr. Nicole ain't coming back to this foolishness.
No. We're not. Are you twerking to that? What's going on over there? Okay, so remember there was a song called "Twerking for Jesus." All right, that being said,
Stacey, if you feel in some type of way, you can come talk to Kamisha about it.
Eva Marie,
come talk to her.
Bella, LaQuisha, Laquan.
Oh my God!
And I really the thing. My queen. Let's go,
Sister Evie.
If all hearts and minds, dear Heavenly Father, Lord, just touch these people.
Hallelujah.
This is a lot. And this can turn into a jackpot, God. We just keep all of the people associated with this show. Either they still on the show or they left. Just keep them safe.
Thank you, Jesus.
Amen, God. Make sure that everyone gets any help that is needed, required, or desired, God.
Yes.
Lord, help Dr. Stacey not be so combative and manipulative with these people.
Lord have mercy.
Help her, God. Oh, Jesus.
All right.
That's all I got. Amen.
All right. That's all I got. The collection plates is Kamisha Reviews. Drop some coins in the chats. God forgive me. I don't know. I feel like I said something wrong by saying that. If you don't want to go to
sleep, I'm going to sleep. Bye, everybody.
Review.